game trollers, and welcome to a new video, and of course another edition, another week of the WWE2K18 roster reveal, and quite a good set of surprises this week. You know, last week was sort of like the main eventers we knew would be in the game, you know, some of that, but this week we had a lot of like mid-card guys and like a ton of surprises, honestly, for me personally, a bunch of surprises. But yeah, so make sure to check out the description so you can watch the Offers of Pain and I think it was, oh man, I forgot. Forgot whose other entrance was this week. And I think it was the Finn Balor one, actually. I think it was the Finn Balor entrance. But yeah, a good amount of people, and let's get right into it. Of course, we're starting off with Kevin Owens, who I believe was like the host this week or something. I don't know. I think he was like the host guy for this week or something. Who knows? So yeah, Kevin Owens got the USA flag on his shirt. You know, that's all good and dandy. So yeah, Kevin Owens. Next we have Samoa Joe, who was like the host or whatever of last week, so that's cool too. Chris Jericho, obviously my man Y2J. Gotta have him. Then we have Rusev, big boy Rusev, you know, Machka, the Machka Raja. Oh man. Then we have Big Cass, who it's kind of weird. They didn't list Enzo. Maybe I missed Enzo, or maybe they just like they didn't have Enzo yet. I don't know. But they only announced Big Cass, which is kind of weird. Like, I would assume, like, they would have had, like, Big Cass and Enzo as a team or something. Like, they would have, like, had Enzo and then, like, you had Big Cass, so, you know, you just have the team. But they only have Big Cass this week. Maybe they announced Enzo beforehand or, like, I don't know. But, yeah, Big Cass. Then we have Finn Balor. Oh, yes, Finn Balor, who I said I think his entrance, came out this week as well. I need to check that. Then we have Apollo Crews. Poor Apollo, man. Like, I mean, Titus brand is cool and all, but, you know, the guy's too good to be wasted like this. I mean, anyways. Next up, we have the Perfect 10, Ty Dillinger, which should be cool. That, you know, he's on the base roster this year, got his new gimmick, well, not gimmick, but his new jacket and whatnot. I wonder if it's the light up jacket or if they don't have it's not the light up jacket. I didn't really pay close enough attention to the screenshots, which you can check out over the course of the video. I didn't really mention that, but yeah, they'll be playing over the course of the video. So yeah, they got his like jacket with like the weird like the weird like the long collar. That was funny. So yeah. Then probably like one of the bigger surprises for like the singles guys, we have Roderick Strong. I really was not expecting Roderick. I honestly cannot even remember like when Roderick came on. He came around in like December apparently. Whatever. And well, he came on during the Dusty Rhodes Classic, but yeah. So yeah, Roderick Strong, a big surprise. I was expecting him to make like DLC or whatever, but you know, it's cool that he's in the game anyways. So yeah, but Roderick Strong, that should be cool. Next up we enter like the Legends. That was sort of the more the main roster singles guy. Well, not main roster, but the singles guys that aren't cruiserweights. Now we're getting into the Legends. So we're starting off with Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. Of course, that's it's cool, Ricky. Next we got Mick Foley. It's cool, Mick. I wonder if they have like Mankind and Dude Love and all the dudes, or if it's just Mick. I don't know. Next we have Lex Luger. Then I think, I'm not entirely sure, I think he's new this year. is Rick Martel. I think he was supposed to be in last year, but they didn't manage to fit him in, and they managed to put him in this year or something. I don't know. There was like this guy that like Smack Talks and all those guys used to talk about how like maybe he was in a game or something. I don't know. Maybe he was in 2K17. Who knows? Like, I honestly cannot remember like half of the DLC. He was supposed to be in 2K17, but they didn't add him in, so managed to get in this year, which is nice. Then we have Mr. Perfect. Well, I really like Mr. Perfect. He's a really cool guy. He was a really cool guy. Well, he's a cool guy on the roster at least. Then we have Big Boy Rikishi. We got the big dude Rikishi, you know. Then we have Randy, the Macho Man Savage. So, you know, that's cool. We got Randy. Then, of course, I think, I don't know why I swear like he was announced already. We got Razor Ramon. I don't know, I think since they announced like Diesel or Kevin Nash or whatever, I assumed like that Razor Ramon would be in the game like already or something. I don't know. Maybe that was just me. But cool. Scott Hall's in the game. Then we have Rick Rude. I think he was in the Hall of Fame this year or something. He was in the Hall of Fame in this the Hall of Fame class of this year, or maybe it was last year. Who knows? But I know he was doing something in the Hall of Fame. So yeah, it's cool. Rick Rude. Maybe I don't know why I felt like he would have been DLC because of the whole Hall of Fame thing, but whatever. Then of course we have Vader. It's time. It's time. It's Vader time. Then we have woo! Ric Flair. Did they already announce Charlotte? This would have been perfect to announce Charlotte. I'm just saying. But anyways, my man Ric Flair. Not even heart attacks can beat him. That was dark. Anyways, next up, we get into the women. We got like 6 of them this week. I don't know if that's like, I don't know how many they've had like overall or like individual weeks or something. I don't know. I feel like this is kind of small and maybe like the biggest like set yet. I don't know. But yeah. So first off, we have Miss Jacqueline. Of course, I think it was DLC last year with Ivory, so that's cool. Jacqueline. Then we have Dana Brooke. Nia Jax, who turned on Alexa this week, and perfect Alexa Bliss gets announced this week. Of course, had a screenshot. May have seen it, or gonna see it, or are seeing it now. Who knows? Then we have Carmella. And finally, the Empress, Asuka, who they had a screenshot of Asuka last week, so it's kind of weird that they would have her on the roster this week. I don't know, just me. Maybe like IGN messed up or something. I don't know, but it's kind of weird they announced Asuka this week, but had a screenshot of her last week. I don't know, kind of weird. But yeah, and now we get into some cruiserweights, and these aren't actually the only cruiserweights. We have some coming up, but these are like the main singles cruiserweights. Of course, we have the cruiserweight champion Neville, the current cruiserweight champion. We got Cedric Alexander, probably like the most underrated guy on the cruiserweight roster right now. Literally, probably like the best they have, like top 3 at least. But they aren't using because, of course, they aren't. You know, they push Rich Swann before him. You know, like I feel that's probably like WWE's quota of like at least having one black champion in like each like division, and that was Rich Swann and not poor Cedric Alexander. But hey, what are you gonna do? So we got Cedric, and of course we got the winner of the Cruiserweight Classic, of course TJP slash TJ Perkins. So I must say probably like the best like set of cruiserweights they've announced so far. I think they have Akira and I forgot who they announced last week. Yeah, but probably like the better like set of cruiserweights like they've announced, really. Then of course we get into our last section, of course, the tag teams they announced this week. So first off, of course, we have the Fabulous Freebirds, or at least Michael Hayes and Jimmy Garvin from the Freebirds. So that's cool, I guess. And probably the bigger surprise of this entire thing somehow, okay, somehow, we managed to get the mighty Don't Kneel in the base game. I swear some of these guys have to be like DLC and they just put them in just cause. You know, they just wanted to announce everybody like off the bat. No way TMD the mighty Don't Kneel TM61 managed to make the base game, man. Of course, Shane Foran and Nick Miller. I'm really pleasantly surprised by that. I wasn't expecting them to even make like. I wasn't expecting them to make the base roster at all. Like, I swear some of these guys have to be like DLC that characters that they just put in. You know, like that's crazy. But yeah, TM61. I have no words. Really cool. Really cool. Of course, next up we have American Alpha, or what used to be known as American Alpha. Of course, Jason Jordan, Chad Gable. Now it's Chad Gable and Shelton Benjamin, and Jason Jordan just doing his own thing on Raw. That isn't going very well, but still. But yeah, so American Alpha, I assume they're still like the tag team in the game. Like, I'm assuming they didn't change it. Or whatever. I mean, considering they only announced big casts, as I said earlier, like maybe they are like super up to date or whatever, which is not a good thing this year, because obviously that means they have to change a few things, like break up a couple tag teams that, you know, should still be together anyways, or, you know, like changing people's theme songs, like Emma and Baron Corbin. Some hot garbage, those songs, those new songs. Jeez, man. Even the Shelton Benjamin and Chad Gable wasn't terrible, but like they just can't make good songs this year. Like, only Aleister Black's song has been like the better one, you know, or maybe like the UK tournament songs, you know, like Wolfgang. Wolfgang is probably like the better song from this year, and I'm not even sure if that's just like his indie song. I don't think it would be his indie song, but who knows. Next up, of course, we have yet another new guy, well, a new team, and of course, kind of a surprise as well, I guess. The Authors of Pain, they managed to make the game. Of course, as I said, their entrance will be in the description, and yeah, I don't know why. I cannot think of the Authors of Pain without those weird Ninja Turtle masks now. It's I swear, there has to be some kind of community creations, like, once the game comes out, with the Ninja Turtle mask. Like, that should be the first thing people do on community creations, is add the Ninja Turtle masks, for Authors of Pain. But, yeah. Of course, next up, we have the Revival. Of course, the Young Bucks, they probably aren't going to play as these guys much. Yeah. But, yeah, the Revival, and save the best for last, guys. Possibly like the best. Like, obviously it was a given, but you know, it's still really cool that they're in the game. Of course, I'm talking about Tommaso Ciampa, Johnny Gargano, DIY. Yeah, really happy. Probably like the biggest one so far. Yeah, really cool. Of course, as I said, they are cruiserweights technically. They were in the Cruiserweight Classic, so yeah. The tears, man, the tears. I assume they are still like a tag team. I mean, they didn't even have them last year, so they should just be, you know, DIY this year, not be the singles guys yet. I mean, Tommaso isn't even like, he got injured as soon as they did the breakup angle, so yeah, the DIY. And yeah, that's it for this week. I don't know, maybe there were like a few more people they like announced or something. I don't really know, but yeah, so that's the roster reveal for this week. A decent set of people. You know, not like as big as last week, but you know, it's still decent. You know, still a good amount of surprises. You know, some good ones. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed the video, please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And check out whatever the next video will be. I assume it will be my the second episode of the DC Universe Online video that I got. But yeah, see you there. Troll on, people.